Madam President, dear colleagues, that we see a deterioration of human rights, of democracy and rule of law in Turkey, this is nothing new. But what we see now is a very dramatic development in the last months and years. And for sure, those who underline the geopolitical role of Turkey are right, and we welcome this geopolitical role and we should work together. But this organization is about the situation in Turkey. It's about the democracy, the rule of law, and the human rights situation there. And for sure, you mention again the non-implementation of the judgments of the European Court of Human Rights. This is the highest what we can have and what we can do. This is the heart of this organization, and you have to implement the judgments in the case of Kavala, Demirtas, and others. What we see now is a really organized attack on the main opposition party, CHP, who is ruling and leading in all of the polls. We see a removal from office, indictment and imprisonment of the elected mayor of Istanbul, Ekrem İmamoğlu, with fabricated charges. And this happened to dozens and hundreds of others elected politicians, and we cannot see all of them always. And what we witness now is a direct attack on the CHP party as a whole, through the replacement of the chairperson, Özgür Özel, and give the full power and financial resources to the political puppet Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu. As a member of the Social Democratic family, I really want to say, Mr. Kılıçdaroğlu, what on earth possessed you to take this historic guilt upon you and tarnish your name? The one who organized the terrible work of President Erdogan is the Minister of Justice, Akin Gürlek. First, he was Chief Public Prosecutor of Istanbul and he acted against İmamoğlu. Now, he directly acts against the whole CHP and chairperson, Özgür Özel. I would welcome the discussions around the Minister of Justice in the European Union and the call from the EU Parliament to consider restrictive measures under the EU global human rights sanctions regime against Akin Gürlek and all other officials responsible for the blatant abuse of the rule of law. And why are we doing this? Well, sometimes people ask me, why are you criticizing Turkey? Because Turkey asked to be criticized. This is not just our right to criticize the situation in all our member countries. This is our obligation. We have to do this, colleagues, because we want Turkey as a member in this organization, as part of the family, but respecting democracy, human rights, and the rule of law for the good of the people in Turkey. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And we